Like richer, more handsome, wealthier, smarter guys waiting on there. You see this girl, I like her. I'm just waiting for her to finish messing with that stupid boy.
EB teens, guys, the gist I have heard last night stroke this morning about your favorite Bbnaija housemates. Hey, EB teens.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
For those of you that want to pretend that you did not see my vintage scarf, let me show you. Bringing it to your focus. Oh yeah, they go do. Look at it. Behold this beauty, and it completely matches my top. Guys, this scarf is only 3,000 naira. It is from my vintage scarf collection. It's very, very large, and it's very, very silky. You guys can see the texture even though you can't feel it from here. It's only 3,000 naira, guys. Send me a DM on Instagram. I have so many colors, beautiful colors. Most of my clients already from this channel, they have patronized me from different parts of the world. You don't want to even know about it, but I'm not going to tell you. So just send me a DM and place your own order. That said, guys, let me give you the big bone that scattered my brain. For those of you that keeps on sending me DMs on social media, say, Glory, see what we found out. Talk about it. God will bless all of you. Hey, your antennas for catching strong news signals, it shall never break. Your nose for sniffing sweet smelling news, it shall never be blocked. Amen. Oh yeah, let's get into the juicy details. So yesterday, after Lucy and Nengi had their fights, their quarrel, their banters, their altercations, confrontations, everything that created war in Biggie's house, a particular Nigerian celebrity took to her Instagram account to go and drag Nengi. Now, guys, I am not one of those people that enjoys bringing people's dirty linen to public, but this one, it just off me die. And the reason why I got interested in this story is because two of you actually sent me messages on Instagram like, Glory, talk about this. And I said, okay, let me talk about it. So I had to go and do my own research because, of course, I cannot just come here and give you guys surface news. No, I have to go and do my own research. So I did my own research and I found out a few things. So this particular celebrity is Tiannah. Now, Tiannah is that celebrity that stood up to defend Dora, I think 2 weeks ago or last week, when there was a circulation on the internet about Dora being a runs girl. For those of you that don't understand the meaning of a runs girl could also be likened to a prostitute or a whore or something like that. Girls who sell their bodies to men or women, for money and other material things. Now, this was what was circulating around the internet. I chose not to talk about it that time it was circulating because I don't want to talk about anything negative of that sort yet, because the housemaid just got into the house, so they needed time to find their 2 feet in the house, But Tiannah rose to the occasion and defended Dorothy, and then in a statement she also said that the true runs girls in that house will soon be exposed. Now, guys, when it comes to all this runs girl, runs boy, runs this, runs that business, I'm very, very careful not to talk about it to some extent, and the reason is because these days everybody is hustling. So sometimes you might see somebody that is living an extravagant lifestyle and you do not know where the person's source of income is coming from. So sometimes we might be so wrong. I specifically do the YouTube live stream on my channel. By the way, if you don't know, guys, I do my YouTube live stream every Saturday by 3 p.m. West African time. So I talked about this, the negative misconceptions that people in society have against women, so that is the reason why I do not particularly enjoy talking about this runs girl, runs boy business, but this one was quite interesting because Tiannah actually brought out, okay, let me not say she brought out receipts, let me say she spoke her own truth, because I do not know if it's a fact or what she said, so she was the one that defended Dorothy, and then yesterday, as a result of the quarrel or the fight that Nengi and Lucy had, she took again to her page to start spilling some tea. Now, the tea that she was spilling, she was saying that, okay, you know what, let me just read out what she said to you guys so that I get it accurately. Now, this was the post she put out. She said, "See, A lot of people judge me for my actions at times, but don't know the real reason behind them and call it hating. A while back, I had issues with my ex over our kid. His new female counterpart took his phone and wrote all these things about me, which I later found out he didn't do, and those were not his words, and he apologized. I didn't respond to this then. We settled behind closed doors, because that's where relationships should be settled, because my kid was involved. Guys, forgive my lips in a beg. I had my own love interest too at that time, so that wasn't my issue at all. The blogs took it up and started trolling me, and yet I didn't respond. Cause of my son. See, if you know me, you will know my kids mean a lot to me, and I'm a very peaceful, selfless, down-to-earth person, but I don't tolerate bull crap. And so I'm trying not to use the bullshit word. So she said, I said my mind. Most people don't like people who speak their truth. I will do anything to keep my kids safe and connected to their family, regardless of our differences. Is it not ironic that these same words written on the internet were words used on national TV, for everyone to see yesterday on Lucy? Now she's actually referring to the insults that Nengi threw at Lucy. She said, be with whoever you want to be, but don't go forming superhero, making videos with my kid when you are not the mother. People need to respect other people's boundaries and family. If I hear anyone say shit on my page again about trolling anyone or that I'm hating on anyone cause I choose who I choose, I will make matters worse for you guys. All week y'all been writing shit about me on blogs and on my page, calling me names yet ignored. The proof is there for you to see on national TV. At least I didn't go on TV to put my words in the mouth of the culprit. Yet same person went under the knife to look like me. She's once again referring to Lucy and to Nengi. And then she said, is life not so funny? Wow. Yet it was fibroid surgery and breast lump removal I went for. See, the internet never forgets. Be careful of your actions for future reasons like this. Well, I have forgiven all parties involved a long time ago. I know more, but won't play all my cards at once. I'm here waiting for all the names you've called me and about to call me later. They will say you want to trend. Are you blind? I've been trending before social media, blah 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 blah. Ladies and gentlemen, now she mentioned a number of things. Yesterday, when Lucy and Nengi were having their altercations, Nengi was very quick to call Lucy names like Amueba. Now somebody came to correct me on my YouTube channel yesterday that is pronounced as Amoeba, Abi what. Sister in the Lord, let me tell you something about Nigerian pidgin. It's not like Nigerians don't understand the correct pronunciation of a name, but some English names are twisted to suit a derogatory remark or comment, So when somebody says Amueba, it is meant to come out strong like that, boom, like an insult. So that was what Nengi was calling Lucy yesterday. Amueba. In Nigeria, people are angry and they are insulting each other. They don't have time to be doing Queen's English show. So please, I hope that with these few points of mine, I'll be able to convince you that Nigerian pidgin does not respect English language, period. So as I was saying, Nengi called Lucy a number of names. She called her Amueba. She also called her old woman. She also she mentioned a lot of things, right? She insulted her a lot of things, and these same words, guys, according to Tiannah, these were the same words that Nengi used to insult her I think in 2018, because I had to go and do my research and I realized that okay, the blogs carried the news, and that was in 2018. The same words, Amueba, old haggard woman, blah 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 blah, And so guys, that was what Tiannah said, but I'm taking all these things with a pinch of salt, because normally things like these are matters that happened a long time ago. Nobody was there, nobody even knew what was happening. I did not even know Tiannah. Okay, I think I knew her in 2018, yeah, but I never knew Nengi back then as well. So, and even though the blogs carried the news, I did not see this particular person, and even the page of the blog that she put on her page, there was nothing referring to Nengi. There was no picture of Nengi involved in the entire equation. So guys, as I said, I'm going to reserve my comment, and as she said, She said that she's not going to play all her cards all at once, but she is going to unleash them one after the other. Me, I'm waiting though, because I like complete gist. I don't like half-baked stories, right? And also she also insulted Nengi of doing her body. We already know that Nengi did her body, yeah? So as I said, I am going to wait for the full-blown gist before I now finally say what I want to say. But as for me, what I'm going to say is, if you know you are doing wrongs, if you know you are a kept woman or anything, please keep your secret to yourself. I don't come and be putting it in people's faces and letting people feel like, oh, you are not working so hard, you know. People are legit hustling, you know. So when you come and then you want to come and start making other people feel as if their hustle is crap, you know, they are not working as hard as you are, when you know that all you have is provided for you by a man, you know. So for me, I'm just going to pipe down and allow Tiannah's cards be exposed completely. Then when she reveals all she wants to say, me, I will not have something to say on this matter. I just thought I should let you guys know that there's some dirty drama brewing on the outside, and I am wondering how Nengi is going to react to all the dirty drama by the time she comes out of the house. That said, guys, let's move on to another interesting gist, or should I say gbegbohun, that happens this morning between Praise, Ozo, and Prince. This one is going to off you.
Yeah. And there's some really hot babes that you've probably been DMing since. You've probably been crushing on since. Your celebrity crush actually right now might be even crushing back. I'm just waiting and send home. See this nonsense girl that is playing with you. Let me finish that. Come out. Come to the real world.
So when I listened to this guy's conversation, guys, I had a good laugh. I was laughing so hard. And I was happy. I was happy because in my head, I said, finally, these guys are now able to recognize that, listen, you are in an enclosed space. That is why you are catching feelings left, right, and center. I was also excited because now I got to find out that they are now understanding that, hey, by the time we go into the real world, there are other men that are going to capture the attention of these girls. So all of us that are forming couples in the house, the person you are with inside the house might not be the same person that you're going to be with outside the house. And you that is a guy that is feeling like, oh, you are single, you are chasing after a girl, and the girl is not giving you attention. There are women out there who are waiting to date you. The other day on my channel, I mentioned that, oh, Lekon is here catching feelings with Erica, killing himself, being obsessed and here and there. On Twitter, there are so many girls that are already typing, you know, boldly, Lekon, when you come out of the house, now you are one date, it's you, I want you to be my man. They're already shooting their shots, and I'm sure that they're already sending DMs, you know. So when these guys were having this conversation this morning, I was really excited because in my mind, oh yes, finally they know that it's not worth it, you know, chasing Nengi the way they've been chasing Nengi. So if at all they're going to be chasing Nengi, then probably it's just because it's part of their strategy. So guys, that gave me a good laugh. Another thing that happened again was Nengi having a conversation with Wathoni.
I feel like he's too into the game. Like it's the game. Like, he doesn't care about friendships or anything. Nah. I had to withdraw, man. I kept saying it. I want my friends back. I don't want to have issues with my friend because of a guy.
So whilst Wathoni was doing her laundry, Nengi was with her, and Nengi was telling Wathoni about the reason she called up from Prince. So according to her, she realized that Prince was all about the game. Prince was not emotionally interested in her. Now she gave two examples of what happened. She said the first one was when Biggie gave her a microphone warning or infringement or something like that, and she was fined. That at that time, that was in week 2, she was expecting Prince to come and ask her that, oh Nengi, what happened, why, how did you get into trouble? So according to her, Prince did not show any interest. He did not ask any questions. She was the one that went to go and meet him and say, Anna, wow, you didn't even ask me anything, you know. And Prince was like, but I asked you in the kitchen, but you didn't say anything, you know. And then she said at that point in time, she was looking at him and studying him. The second instance was when she was having an altercation with Lucy in the room. That was the first altercation. And then Lucy, that was the day Lucy was telling her that she has nothing to offer, only her body and her beauty, you know. So she said that Prince passed and heard what they were saying, and Prince did not say anything. And then in my head I'm like, but Lucy, aren't you assuming? Because last week Lucy had addressed the same issues that she raised with Wathoni with Prince, and Prince had cleared the air and told her that, how do you know if I was listening to you people? I passed. I did not necessarily hear you guys' conversation. And then for the other one, he had said that, but I asked you, but you did not answer me. So Watoni also said the same thing, that she got to perceived that Prince was playing a game with her and the rest of the girls, and that was why she told Prince to avoid her, and she has been avoiding Prince, and told Prince that, listen, I want my girlfriends back, I don't want you. So guys, these people, they are beginning to unravel everybody's tricks. They're beginning to unravel everybody's tricks in the house, and guys, the game is getting interesting. What do you think about Nengi's perception of Prince? I think she's getting it all wrong, but hey, everybody has a right to their own opinion and their own perception. For Watoni, I think Watoni is legit 100% correct. She perceived that Prince was trying to drag her into a triangle. Prince was trying to make her a second option after Nengi rejected him, and so she legit removed herself from the situation. And I am also happy with the fact that Watoni is very, very mature and wise and smart, because she realized that it would pay her more to go back to 3 of her friends that are already at loggerheads with her than to remain and maintain a relationship with Prince, who is the object of affection or attraction to the other 3 girls. For me, I feel like that's the best smart move. It's better for you to have 3 housemates on your side than to have 3 housemates against you, because trust me, when it's time for nomination for eviction, if 3 of those girls nominate Watoni, I swear down, she's gone. So for me, I feel like Watoni did the best thing for herself. For Ozo, I hope that this conversation that he had with Prince whilst we were doing their laundry, he is going to take that advice for himself, because it seems like Ozo is very, very confused at the moment. And Watoni was making a mockery of the fact that Ozo had a family meeting to address his entanglement with Dorothy and Nengi, and she was like, why did he even have to call a meeting though? Like, couldn't he have just called both of you and had your conversations with you guys? And Nengi was like, that she doesn't know that this kind. So guys, I'm beginning to see Ozo in a different light. I'm beginning to think that Ozo sometimes might be confused, and then his confusion sometimes sort of pushes or determines his actions. But let me not be too conclusive about that yet. I am still watching to see what's going to happen tonight, because it seems like every night is his date night with Nengi. So let's see how that's going to work out. That's it, guys. That's all for this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory. I didn't show you guys the sleeves of my shirt. Have you guys noticed that I love wearing vintage outfits? There's a plane passing. Okay, yeah, there was a plane passing, so I knew I would be shouting on top of my lungs if that plane was still passing. I was still talking. Okay guys, I wanted to tell you guys that, hey, I love vintage clothes, and that is why I sell vintage scarves. So patronize me, buy from me, guys. I'm doing naked marketing. Like, seriously, I don't have time to be speaking too much grammar. I'm doing blatant marketing. Come and patronize me. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Just search for Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah, and my name will pop up. I be all-rounder. So guys, send me a DM on Instagram and I will do well to answer you. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing afternoon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. I'm so silly.